fucking typical, I don't know what to do. I'm on the Scotch and I'm feeling kind of woo. Think you're scary, but I don't know what to do. Got a jaboo, got a jaboo, cuckoo, cuckoo. Hey!
Such a great song.
Is that really what you want, fam? Is that what you want to hear tonight?
No, but it's what's gonna happen. You don't always get what you want, Chad, but
sometimes you get what you need.
100%. That's what I've heard from some very wise man.
Gospel song, right?
Phoenix, as you know, is a bird that
rise. Yes.
I don't know. I'm going with the timber thing.
It's brilliant.
It worked for me for timber in Oregon, so I'm going with the same kind of geographic theme for this one.
Okay.
That's why I'm going with Fuego, because it's fucking 90 there.
Yeah. It's a dry heat, though, they say. Dry heat.
So it isn't as bad.
Good job pointing, Chad. That's incredible. I spent about 10 minutes yesterday or the other day on this, just totally messing that up.
It's the opposite of what you want to do. You got to point the opposite way you want is.
Oh, that's all you have to do, right? It's easier said than done.
Why am I calling a mound tonight? Why does mound feel like it's coming tonight?
It hasn't been played in a minute. That sounds fantastic.
When was the last time it was played, Chad?
2019. They haven't played it since 1913. No, 2019. I feel like Mound's coming. I don't know why. I just do.
I love Mound. That fucking beat. That's a fucking beat you can get down to.
I think we're getting a Mike song because Cactus.
Yes, and Tweezer.
Yeah. Cactus. The other one would be what an NICU.
Right.
Swim with the cactus. Swim with the cactus. Float with the stone. Yeah,
they should bust out Midnight at the Oasis because that has a line about Cactus is our man or something in it.
Oh man, we got all the cactus knowledge.
Who the hell is hosting tonight?
It's a group
other way, fam. Other way.
I know. I can't do it. It doesn't matter. I cannot do. There it is.
Do you guys want me to do it, Llama?
No, we got it. No, Llama's got it. We're good.
Yeah.
Right,
what do we want to jump into the first song because it was completely?
No, introduce the damn show. Welcome to the lot, everybody. Above me is our host, Ghost Llama. To my upper left, right,
your ghost
is
I'm sorry, Chad.
Spammer.
Yep.
You're all right. I'm trying to do this for you guys. That's my left, your right. That's Kevin the Great Went. I'm the world's greatest Chad. We're going to recap the last Eugene show and preview tonight's show for you.
The 7 people watching know what we're doing.
Ourselves.
Wow.
Yep. Oh, that's true. Good point. Good point. Good point.
Our 7 loyal viewers.
Point.
You know that opener in Eugene was completely.
Speaking of point,
fantastic.
I think Mr. Completely was on point for an opener.
Oh, it was fucking great. Huge song. Huge, big, enormous. Soon.
Yeah.
Obviously, Chad didn't get the bit. Kev gets us so far off track, he has to see if I can segue us back in. That's the bit.
Oh, okay. I can do that.
Or it's also what we've done for 2 years now or so, or close. So as you know, so it's pretty much what we've done. So it's okay. We just let Kevin.
I'm
Kevin's
out of practice.
There's never been.
I'm out of practice.
There's never been a weak Mr. Completely. There has never been a weak one.
Mr. Completely has a batting average that is probably the most solid batting average of close to any song. I mean, really that they've had. I mean, I mean, it is literally, you know, beyond Tweezer, you know.
Would you say it had the Ichiro batting average?
Oh,
Yes.
please say that. Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Ichiro, who is the greatest baseball player of all time, by the way. So that's for another.
Dude,
that's for another lot.
Brooks Robinson.
No.
Brooks Robinson.
Come on, stop with that.
What about Ohtani?
Paul Molitor.
No one's ever played good baseball in Baltimore, Kev.
Are you kidding? Are you fucking kidding?
Well, I don't know. I've just been watching baseball since, you know, I've been alive. So I
Cal
don't know.
Ripken
I mean,
Jr. comes.
They
to
won
mind.
the World Series in '83.
Oh, 83. Cool.
Yeah,
I was
it's
like
83.
6. I was
40
6. I
fucking
know.
years
It was
ago.
great. I remember that. I was in kindergarten. Me and, you know, Miss Robinson, we were coloring our coloring books and we were watching the World Series. It was great. That was when the
Ernie
Orioles were good.
Banks.
I'm gonna curse. I'm gonna curse. Fucking Kansas City and St. Louis.
Too late. We're
You're gonna have like
cursed.
a Boston kind
Are
of
we
thing working.
arguing
The
about
curse of
something
the
that happened
Bambino.
before I was born?
Yes. But Mr. Completely
What's
was
it-
amazing opener, and then Energy came back, which is amazing cover.
It's one of Trey's better new songs.
It's a perfect cover.
Does anybody know who the original band was that sang it?
I do. Apples
Yeah.
in Stereo. Apples in Stereo.
Yes.
Part
Part of the Elephant Six Collective.
They were one of my go-tos for mixed CDs. I put that song Domo Arigato, thanks for listening, that they do.
Yeah, there you
At
go.
the end of every mixed CD I made, I would stick that as the last track because it was like 2 minutes long.
Wow.
Still didn't work on CDs either. Yes, Chad. What's up?
Nice.
I was going to ask, you were talking, Kevin, last time about making mixed CDs to get laid. Did you stick that song on a mixed CD to get laid?
Well, yeah, CDs, but it didn't exist. I was talking about tapes, and Apple stereos did not exist when I made tapes.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't think radio had existed when I made tapes, so that's how long ago that was.
No,
Okay.
yeah,
Speaking of long things coming, that Timber. Eugene had that coming.
No, but I do want to. Yes, they did. Which that was my opener. That was my opener call. And they came so close, only 3 songs in. But I do want to talk just a little bit about, and we've spoken about it before long. But like, PHiSH went through a little indie rock phase where they started to cover, you know, bands that, you know, kind of maybe are you wouldn't consider influences of theirs, you know, and kind of off the wall, more honestly bands that were current, you know, not a Stones, not a thing like that. But and I think we're going to talk about obviously TV on the radio a little bit later, and that one, you know, but that all started right around that same time.
But you know, if you reach
for a minute.
Right, you reach back to '98 though. They did the Smashing Pumpkins tune. They did '99. They did the Pavement tune. They did the Airplanes Over the Sea. Whoever that was.
It's
Neutral Milk
Hotel. Yeah. we got the indie crew in this particular lot, so we won't be stumped on the indies. But where are you taking us, Llama? Where are you taking us? Ooh, White Winter Hymnal.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're still kind of into that. What if they did Fishing for Fishies by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard for Halloween? That would be pretty good.
Trey is a known and confessed King Gizzard fan in every way.
I want the Pavement album. I want that Pavement album.
Maybe
Gold Sounds is one.
Yeah. I think it is called Gold Sounds, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like Cold Rain, Cold Rain. It's named after Purple Rain. The title of the album was making fun or tribute to whichever it was, Purple Rain.
Sure enough.
There we go.
But Timber, and then let's get to this song, Casual Enlightenment, because we just want to let Kev, this is his favorite Mike song.
It makes me feel sexy.
Oh, how so?
The groove, man. It's got that slow burn. It's like, you know, you throw on some Peebo Bryson. It's that kind of vibe.
Okay.
I mean, expand on that.
Yeah, tell us more, please.
I mean, it's a thinly veiled illusion kind of thing, you know.
Illusion to what?
To what?
Intercourse.
Intercourse.
Great. Keep going.
I've never said the phrase.
The phrase.
Okay, so What does casual enlightenment make you think of, Kevin? I didn't hear my.
Shoot.
Okay, we've got to end this. This is a little too inside baseball. We're attempting, let's see. Maybe the chat could help us. We need someone to get in the chat and help us. We're playing like a password game. We're trying to get him to say the magic word. It's not working. He already knows. He already knows we've made the bet. It's too late now.
Yeah, you should have waited till I was not in the room before you made your bet.
He was dying to say it.
Yeah.
Maybe we could get him to sneak it in here. So divided sky. Yeah, casually, maybe even.
It would be a casual reference.
Casually sneak it in? Hey, Kevin, have you ever casually snuck it in?
Oh, not on international television, no.
That's right. Exactly. We're keeping it.
Okay, fine.
Divided Sky, though. Divided Sky is pretty good.
Inside, I figured Divided Sky was tonight in Phoenix, outdoors,
Exactly. Good point. But
long pause.
Really, actually, you're right about that, because I really was like, okay, and maybe I feel like that all the time. Maybe every time I'm like, man, this has been a long pause. It's the same every time. I mean, I know they're counting, so I mean, part of it is like maybe it is every time that long. But yeah, it felt super long, but it was super played well. Like,
how about we open with Divided Sky, pause for 38 minutes, and then finish it.
Ooh.
Has any 4? That's 4. We all know what Kevin just did there. That's 4. I win. Anyway, has anybody ever been, and I want to hear from the chat, I'm going to put it over in the comments right now. Has anybody ever been disappointed by getting a Divided Sky at a show?
No,
it's a staple. I mean, it's something that you're always it's one of those kind of harbingers of good shows too, right? Like, I mean, it's one of those songs that, like, if a divided happened, a lot of times that it leads to also good things. In the end of this set. I couldn't agree more. Steve knows what's up. But then you get a Farmhouse, which again I think is kind of
Fam's moving right along. He's like, fuck it, I'm going.
We're talking more.
You can't go right to
Farmhouse.
You can't go right to Farmhouse.
Farmhouse. Come on.
You can't.
I love that song.
Noogie likes Divided Sky.
Fam knows I love that song. When we were at Dixon, they did it. I stood up. I was like, Farmhouse, this is my jam.
Kev was the only. So everyone sat down, and Kev was seated most of the show. Then you're right, and so then he stands up for Farmhouse when everybody sits down. It's a classic Kev move right there. But we have had conversations about Farmhouse being a little down tempo from what it used to be, which is not my favorite thing. But it does make me think of our friend Benz, and so we want to give her a big shout out because we always appreciate her, and we know she loves Farmhouse. And so so it's kind of become a song that means something different too. So that's exciting. I love hearing it.
I can't think about it without the meme popping into my head.
The Farmhouse meme was a thing.
Yeah.
That was a thing, right? That was a very big thing.
Can we all agree though that Farmhouse last night was a different version than we've heard before? Like it
much
really
more
felt
much more no woman, no cry than usual.
I don't know. I think it always sounds more reggae when it gets, and more of that when it's a little faster. I thought this one was like a little more stretched out and even like slower than like the slow Farmhouses have been. You know what I mean? And not in a bad way. I mean, not necessarily in a bad way. I like it when they sell out. If they're going to go, like, if we're going to play it slow, then let's play it like super slow. That's great, So, I mean, I enjoy it.
Yeah, highlight Kids Dr. Dave comment there. I love Farmhouse's imagery with the cluster flies and the northern lights. Like, there is something to be said about that. Like, who writes about that? Who writes about, know?
On Ivor.
They were buying the barn, right? So they were going and bought the studio, right? The barn, which they, became their, Trey's studio in Vermont.
And it was a letter, right? It was a note that the owner who had rented him the house they were staying in
correct
left and they just said, "Hey, let's make that a song." That's
they said, "Sorry, we've got cluster fives right now." Right? I mean, that was literally.
Dude, we need another song for the album. Give me that letter over there.
Yeah, and Kuroda does really cool things with the lights. He always makes it like a little farmhouse. If you notice, during Farmhouse Now, he always makes them like this little, like it looks like this, in some ways, and he also kind of will shine the northern light. It looks like it's kind of stars if it's indoors, so you feel like you're outdoors in this kind of farmy setting, So I think it's always a moment.
Whoa. Far East, like India?
No, farming, like a farm setting, not a Far East setting.
I thought you said Far East, and I was like, where did India come into this?
Oh my God.
No.
But let's talk about this Split Open and Melt, because it has
Thank you, fam.
It has had a lot of like controversial, like people. Some people love it, and I weirdly, can't believe that people didn't love it. So I know, Chad, you got a take on it.
I do. And here's my take on it is that like I tweeted out last night when Split started because I thought the whole first set, like everything we've talked up to this point, was slow and low energy. And when they started Split, I was like, all right, I'm expecting my Cincinnati Split. I'm expecting like other splits I've heard before. I don't think this one went there. That said, I am a huge Split fan whenever they drop it. Like, if you're going to drop Split into a first set, I'm all aboard. Let's go. Llama, what did you think?
I think I particularly love it when the band makes jams that split the audience in half like this, because it means that they're taking it in different directions, and they're taking chances still. Yeah,
100%, dude.
It keeps it interesting.
I thought that my thing was it went Bliss, right? And then where did we end up after Bliss? But End of Session, which isn't necessarily the happiest tune, which I thought was kind of weird,
No, and it's a huge rarity. It's only second time played.
Oh, there he is.
Hey, how is it this time? Can you guys hear me or not?
We can hear you.
Sounds beautiful. I was just about to drop your stat flex, dude, that you've seen both ends of sessions. You're 100%.
100%. They're never gonna play it again because I have to see every one of them. So
maybe you get your thunder. Maybe you get your Thunderhead tonight, Skoy.
Dude, it's fucking gorgeous out here right now in the desert, y'all. Absolutely gorgeous. Flew in, it was 90 degrees, 48 and raining and pouring in Seattle. It looks like it's actually going to be pretty full tonight, from what I can tell from the line.
Nice.
Yeah, Latu is pretty good. There's some people that aren't here. Oh shit, I'm sorry. I gotta call you guys back because I'm getting my ticket right now. I love you all.
All right.
All right. Ciao.
Have fun if we don't hear from
that may have been the best live interview we've ever had. He didn't fucking drop out, and then he had to run.
Then he had to
he cut us off
because this stupid ticket, everything's electronic on your ticket, so you can't be talking on your phone while you're trying to buzz your tickets in.
We didn't sound like old guys enough. We had to.
Well, if you have a Samsung or an Android product, you can talk at the same time as showing your ticket.
Here's the deal. I'll tell a quick story. I had to sneak into Deer Creek because I couldn't pull up my electronic ticket, man. And so I just sat there and I got so anxious and mad and I couldn't get it to work. And Andy Michaels, shout out to that amazing Jump Radio, amazing man. He's like trying to help me. He's like putting me on his hotspot, trying to get me in. I cannot pull up my tickets. So they're like, you got to go over there. And so I go to this next ladies and they're like, this ain't it either. You got to go way over there. So I'm with my buddy Chris, right? Because I've got his ticket too on my phone that I can't get to, and I'm freaking out. And literally, I kind of look left, look right, and the gate to get in is right in front of us, right? And I just kind of glance back at Chris. I'm like, Chris, I'm like gave him one of these, and we just walked right in without. Again, we had a ticket, but the damn electronic ticket I couldn't get. You
gotta add it to your wallet.
You were the master of cutting lines and sneaking into shit. I saw that at Dick's.
Kev, it's because it wasn't on purpose. That was also not on purpose, by the way. That was amazing, though.
Kevin,
so bad.
Kevin, of all people, should not be like the guy who who's internet famous for punching people in the face to get to the front row in Nashville.
No.
Blasphemy. No, but that is.
No, I want to raise
some irony.
I want to raise the stakes for this story.
The irony is high for sure in this scenario.
Yeah.
100%. But yes, no, that's actually just a quick story. We technically snuck into the long vax check line at Dick's, and we didn't even really know it. We just basically cut before where they checked, right? So I thought the line was like here, and Brad
statue set up.
Pickles Brad's like, and his wife, and he's like, hey, the line is super long, this is gonna be horrible, man. Just you better hurry up and get in there. We get up there, I'm like, look at that line, man. They must have got him through fast. It was real short. Well, what we did was just cut the whole damn thing. And I swear I didn't know. I think Kev actually knew.
I realized what was going on as it was happening, and when I walked up, they put the bracelet on my hand, and I was like, cool. And then fans pulling out his card, and they're like, dude, did you not show this to someone else? And fans like, no.
See, I
fucking
told
honest Sam over there,
I didn't know no better. Well, we should get back to the set, I'm sure.
Now that we've outed ourselves on international television.
Man.
But this split
that
open.
That definitely made me split open and melt, that story.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Did you go back into your melt?
Thank you.
But I'll have a little contrary view, at least a little bit with this. And I do think you're right in that, and I think this is happening in Carini. This is happening in Carini. This is happening in split open and melts, where typically jams that go dark actually have been blissing out, and have been kind of getting a little more kind of, and that's I get. I'm not always a huge fan of that either, but having the end of session sandwiched in here, I thought was plenty enough treat to make that thing, amazing. Then this set two, right? Go ahead.
No, I just want to really put the chalks on. I want to put the chalks on split open and melt for 1 second. Just want to put the chalks on it.
Right, chalks
can go on.
Chalks in.
Chalks in. No, it's this. Damn. That's no thumbs. Chalks in.
What?
There you go.
There you go.
Never mind.
That split open was probably a 7 out of 10.
Here's what Fam was just saying is that like split should always go evil. I don't want my bliss in split. I never want it there. Like I hear what you're saying. But I never wanted split to go bliss. Like we have plenty of songs for that. That's it.
Well, that's fair.
And
I like it when
yes,
it's falling
we
apart.
got yes. Thank you, Kev. Yes, and we got something. We got a bit of a treat in the middle, and that was awesome. But I don't want it there. Like, put that in the middle of Divided Sky next time. That's all. We can move on to second set too. Chalks out.
All right.
Chalks
I'd
out.
say chalks out, right?
Chalks
Fucking
out.
second set fucking rocked.
Second set, A+.
They
ACDC
open
bag.
with
ACDC bag. So we got the show on the road, and that's been happening in weird ways. Like in DC night one, right? Another legendary kind of set already in 4.0. The second set opened with ACDC bag, and it's a short little ACDC bag, 7-8 minute daddy. And then boom, you start getting hit with the blaze on the simple.
Is that all it was last night? Was 7-8 minutes?
7 minutes, 6 minutes and 48 seconds.
Man, what happened to those 20 minutes? Yeah, that's what you got, Chad.
They don't go. They don't.
I got
do
for
that
fam.
Hmm.
I got for fam this.
Gotcha.
When Blaze On started, did you not pick a Deer Creek?
Oh, 100%. I always do now. I always do. So anytime there's going to be a Blaze On, yeah, now that's like the standard, right? I need it to go to, yeah, for me personally. But yeah.
Right.
And then this Ruby Waves. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, slow down.
Oh,
What are we going to talk
hold
about?
on there.
ACDC bag? It's 6 minutes and 48 seconds, Kev. What else do you want to talk about?
All right. Go ahead.
No, tell me more. Do you have a take on it? Or are you just pissed that it don't go longer?
Yeah, so I wanted it to. I wanted us to talk about it longer than it was.
So you can make a joke.
No,
We talk about ACDC. I think it's been a minute since it's really been stretched out, and I mean
1.0. It's been 1.0. Since then, it's been an opener. It's been a very standard thing, like a Character Zero or a Santos. It's been very, this is its role, is to open a set or second song in or something like that.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, and I don't. It's a really interesting thing. It's almost like kind of a novelty song in some ways, So, but we say this, and let's hope that we, as we know, Trey's watching right now. Hello, Trey.
Did they actually go into Ruby Waves, or did one stop and the next start?
One stopped and the next started.
But no, once, it wasn't a segue. And then there's this Ruby Waves, and the interesting thing, and we've got a Alpine Ruby Waves veteran here.
Yeah,
and we've got
Llama up there. Oh,
Llama was there.
Llama up there. He's a total Ruby Waves there expert.
That's right.
Go ahead, Derek.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wait till his nemesis appears.
Yeah.
Oh, if Josh ever shows up, oh my goodness.
No. The guy in Eugene who's sitting somewhere right now trying to find the number to call
Eugene Ruby Waves guy.
Gene from Eugene.
Gene from Eugene.
How do you sound Oregonian though? I mean, that's the tough part. How do you
sound Oregonian?
I don't know. I mean, that's the question. But this Ruby Waves, it stacks up, and I will personally say, and I kind of Pepsi challenged it right before the show, just because I wanted to like really make sure I believed what I was saying, and I think this one is a titch better than Alpine. It's shorter.
Said that too.
Yeah, well, Skoy was there. Skoy has attendance bias, so I mean, we're gonna give him that, and it's on the West Coast, so Skoy is gonna think it's the best, right? I mean, So I was blown away again by the Alpine Ruby Waves. Like, I think I've kind of short-sold that thing because that thing is pretty freaking badass.
I think you're right on this account, fam, only because, Llama, don't take this the wrong way. I've always said that Ruby Waves and Alpine was based on a series of exercises. It was very segmented, and they played a certain thing for a few minutes and went on to the next in order to facilitate it being that long, to make a joke about the movie when he said this song's going nowhere about Ruby Waves. It was all to make a fucking joke.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. Well, I don't know if that's the purpose, but I would say that to me is criticism that I did think as I was listening to it, that would be one thing I would say, that this one is a little more cohesive in Eugene than the one in Alpine Valley. And there's so many ideas. And like, as a 2.0 guy, like, I think that's something that 2.0 guy, like, that happened a lot in 2.0, right? Always where like, it was like 5 different ideas in one song. And that's how Alpine Ruby Waves feels. This one feels more like what they've been doing now, which makes sense, which is this 4.0 jamming, which is like Sense and Subtle Sounds, or no, Set Your Soul Free had this the other night.
Yeah.
The Carini, the Santorini has this too.
It's a new piece they built that they've inserted into the DNA of the jam.
Right. It's exactly. It's like this. It's jammy, and it stays structured and stays like kind of type 1, and then it goes into like the bleeps and the bloops and the robot sounds and all that other wild and all the new like effects and all that other shit. And to keep,
maybe you get a Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, you get all the Scooby-Doo legs and all that other stuff. Although Alpine Ruby Waves has Scooby-Doo legs too, they were doing that in 19, But so I just think it
Can we get a call, Llama? Can you give out the number? Maybe somebody can call in.
Oh, the number? Yeah, sure.
But somebody should Pepsi chat.
If you want to call in.
Oh, yeah. Darn it. We were going to give away the number. And because this
always happens.
Yeah.
That always fucking happens, man.
We need some callers for sure that could bail this thing.
Why don't you run a poll out of your account that says Alpine Eugene, and don't put anything else, and see how many people know what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh, that is a really good idea. That should go out there, and I think people should Pepsi challenge it. Like, and Do it in good in weekend Wook, you know.
You got 2 hours of your life to set aside, Pepsi Challenge.
do it in weekend Wook bracket style. Oh, did you caller?
Oh,
Somebody
hey
heard the
there.
number?
Oh man, our
Sorry,
guy.
the phone was on mute. I put the ringer on mute. My bad.
Oh, sorry. Hey there. Were you saying that Ruby Waves is better than the Alpine Rubies?
I believe that was the consensus.
Oh, that's bullshit there. You know, you guys can go to hell. I'm not a fan anymore if you think that. I'm sorry. I like you guys a lot and stuff there, hey and so, but
how about
you
this?
know, go ahead there, Llama.
I want to make the peace, Josh, and we'll offer you this. Alpine Ruby Waves is the best Ruby Waves of 3.0.
And having seen
that's
every
a
Ruby
dilemma.
having seen every Ruby Waves, but
How
this
is that a
last one, I
dilemma?
can confirm that.
Well, you know, I mean, to be fair to Kevin there, I've only seen one Ruby Waves, and that was the. To be fair to the Kevins, yeah, don't do it, you know. But you know, to be fair, I've only seen the one Alpine Ruby Waves. Okay, you're doing it still.
Yeah,
So,
there you go.
Wody says I was better. I win.
Oh,
It's
Alpine
because I said
Ruby.
Eugene was better. That's all. It's like Scott waits for me to say opinions, then decides to say counter opinions.
All
That's
right.
the
clearly what's
contrarian.
happening.
Oh yeah.
Josh, thanks for calling
Well,
in.
you know what?
What?
Thanks a lot for having me.
We
Thanks
missed you,
for having
Josh.
me.
Yes,
And
we
you know
missed
what?
you, Josh. You should call in more often.
Come
Hey,
on,
have a
Josh.
good time. Hey, I will. You know what? The Phoenix guys have a good time to everybody in Phoenix. You know, good times.
Oh,
Yo,
most definitely. Good show.
Alpine Ruby Waves forever, there.
That was longtime listener, many time caller, Josh
Right.
from Oshkosh.
The only guy that somehow hacked the phone number.
He paid a lot of money for that number. We sold it for as much as the Wu-Tang album.
Oh, is that what it was?
Crap you negative.
Oh, okay. I
Oh.
thought
That's how we keep doing this. How do you think we got the money to keep doing this?
I thought he was part of those Deep Woods, Wisconsin hacker collective that I've always heard about. You know, that was able to
Bundy
hack
Collective, or
right.
what was that guy's name? Kaczynski.
Oh well, that takes it another level.
Yeah, let's take it back down to the level of
Ruby Waves.
Oh, because we got a very important song to talk about here in a little bit.
Yes.
Oh,
What did I miss?
Hey.
There he is.
did your internet
Josh
go out,
called.
dude?
What did I
You missed
miss?
Josh.
You missed Josh again, man.
Shit. Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
again.
God damn it.
Someday
I
you'll
was
meet.
missing.
We told
Maybe
him to
on
call
tour.
tonight because you were going to be on the show. We were like, Josh, you got to call in tonight.
Oh,
Chad's on the show.
And speaking of which,
you guys
maybe
done talking about. All right.
maybe yours.
No,
your-
no. Do you have a Ruby Waves opinion?
Oh.
That sucks. Me?
Yeah.
I hate Ruby Waves.
Oh my god.
Can the fucking
boring.
lyric.
The
Can
lyric-
the lyric.
The lyric is so much
Thank
fun.
you,
The
Kevin.
lyric is great.
Thank you, Kevin.
Okay,
It has to be one of the 10 worst lyrics ever written.
oh my god. Let's
Thank
rewind.
you, Kevin.
Let's rewind your take from literally this last show about how, oh, I'm sick of these earnest lyrics and all I want is, you know, silly, funny, fun stuff like the old fish. And then they talk about bouncing around like a pinball around the shooting stars and shit. And now you're pissed at them. So do you like fish is the question. I don't know. So again,
Are you
also,
talking about Kevin or me?
yes, no, Kev was on the show. Listen, Kev
Okay.
was on,
Sweet.
It was about Sparkle. It was about Sparkle. It was like,
Sparkle,
oh, I love
fantastic
Sparkle.
lyric.
Everybody loves
Fantastic.
Sparkle. Sparkle.
Nowhere in Sparkle does the singer of the song say, "I'm a pinball bouncing around in space." It makes me think of the Grateful Dead movie, the opening cartoon sequence when they're playing pinball.
Dirty. Dirty's putting.
Dirty. Yeah, it's no casual enlightenment.
Dirty's doing me
There
dirty.
you go.
Doing us dirty, our guy. I love Dirty though. But no, okay. We should move on, right? I think because right there.
Get me out of here, somebody! Get me out.
I feel like I'm on a lonely trip hosting this right now.
Exactly.
That also happens to be the name of the song that's next.
And maybe Josh and Chad, their ships will finally pass each other and they will meet again.
In the
They will
Maybe.
finally meet,
Maybe.
just like in Lonely Trip. Now,
Maybe.
You know what?
this is
If it was 1979, that would be a yacht rock top 10 hit.
Oh, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous song. It's like the best ballad that they've had in
Best thing
years.
Clarence Carter ever wrote.
It's so lovely, so lovely.
Chad.
Can we do a competition right now? Actually, put it on the poll, Llama. You're in charge of this, right?
Yeah.
Llama's in charge of everything.
All right, here we
Okay.
go. What would you rather hear, Lonely Trip or Shade?
Well,
Are you asking around the horn here?
Well, let's go around the horn.
Uh-oh.
Kevin,
I would
Lonely-
go on
Lonely Trip or
Lonely
Shade?
Lonely Trip because it's soulful. It's like he's trying to embrace late 60s, early 70s soul crooner kind of thing.
All right.
Love it, love it.
Fam.
That's a really tough call because I really adore both of those songs. But for me right now, there is nothing more emotional in their catalog than Lonely Trip. Like Lonely Trip is a perfect song for a perfect time. Our guy Zook, God bless him.
Zook says Lonely Trip.
Yeah, I mean, we were at Dirty
Right.
loving Lonely Trip. I just think, yeah, I mean, it's just a perfect song for right now. And when you're sitting there with your, with their buddies, like, when we were at Dick's or wherever, I honestly, I bawled driving home from Dick's listening to the Lonely Trip from Dick's. I mean, absolutely, it's just hit me in the most.
In the middle of Kansas with nothing in front of you and nothing behind you.
That is
Well-
the exact thing. Yes. So I also was crying because of that particular thing as well, like being in Kansas, but.
Hold the phone. Hold the phone a second. First of all, Kevin, geographically from Dick's to Kansas City, where Famer lives, there's no actual Kansas in between it.
You got to get through Nebraska.
Right.
No.
No.
No, you gotta get all the way through Kansas. You're right. I'm wrong. I'm thinking Missouri. Never mind.
Probably
My
good.
joke was right there, and then I blew it.
Oh,
Llama, Lonely Trip or Shade?
yeah.
I'm gonna go Shade.
Llama,
just 'cause-
Lonely Trip or Shade?
He goes Shade.
I'm gonna go Shade just because I'm a bit of a romantic.
Do you sing that to your wife?
No.
Will you
Would
sing
you,
to us?
would you sing
No.
Lonely Trip to yeah?
No. I used to sing sexy motherfucker to my wife, but I'm not married anymore, so it obviously doesn't work.
How about you, Chad? Are you gonna go with Lonely Trip or are you gonna go with the other choice?
Lonely Trip was the one. Lonely Trip was the first ballad that I've had that made me that took Shade off the 1 seed. I think Shade is a 1 seed ballad for PHiSH, and Lonely Trip is kind of taking me off of it a little bit because of what we've all gone through. But I'm still gonna stick with. I only like the Shade when you're blocking the light as like Hall of Fame lyric, like first ballot Hall of Fame lyric. I only like the Shade when you're blocking the light. First bit.
Do we get to count covers in with ballads? I'm just thinking in my head.
Yeah, why not? You're on the show.
No, but I'm just saying, like, if you're going to say the best, the top, I put Circus Comes to Town, Waste,
Oh well, yeah,
Lonely
okay.
Trip.
No,
Is how
yeah.
I would go for top 3.
You
Waste
go
is-
Circus number 1.
Yeah, Circus, Waste, and then Lonely Trip. The lyric to Waste is fucking brilliant too, but just on a whole nother level.
What if we're going? What if we throw? Sea in the Sand in there?
I'm not a Who fan.
Oh, geez. Let's save Kev from all this.
Hold up.
Let's save
What?
Kev from this. It's okay.
I'm just, it never did it for me. It was so
The
self-absorbed.
Who?
Yeah, the Pete Townsend is so self-absorbed. My favorite Who album is the one with You Better, You Better, You Bet, and Don't Let Go the Coat. That's my favorite Who album.
You could.
The Coot.
Solid take. Let's save him from this. Yeah, Life Boy absolutely counts.
Yeah. Yeah,
Dog-Faced
yeah,
Boy
that's-
counts. Yeah, I'd say If I Could counts.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
if I could, is a great call. Great call.
Dirt.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dirt,
no.
great
Dirt.
call. Great call.
A little morbid.
Kim,
A little morbid.
all right.
Let Me Lie's the
All
best
right.
one. But okay, let's
Hey,
go ahead
you know
and move
what?
on.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to move on because I want to fam. No.
Yeah.
Fam, I want to save
Hold
you
on, fam.
because the worst take on this show on the lot has ever been you not liking Gumbo. But Kevin not liking the Who is worse.
Yes.
It's very like not liking the Who.
It doesn't make sense, but I mean, again,
It is just like it is beneath.
I said I like the album with You Better on it, and the one after it with Eminence Front, then Althea, you be do I seen her, whatever the fuck that song was.
I don't
All right,
know.
everybody, just sit out and let Kevin bury himself on his Who takes. Because
And I'll tell you, the other band that had their best album in the 80s was Yes, with the Owner of the Lonely Heart album. That's their best album.
Man. Hey, fam.
Hey, buddy.
Speaking of good albums,
Yes.
what was the
Poor
original
Chad.
album that Golden Age was on?
Golden Age was on a particular album called Dear Science by TV on the Radio, an incredible
yes,
group
nice.
fronted by Tunde Adebempe, and incredible group. Would be an incredible Halloween choice, by the way. Dear Science. Other tracks on that besides Golden Age would be perfect for PHiSH and would be an amazing choice. This Golden Age is really enjoyable. Got 4 out of 5 on my little scales that I like to kind of as I rate
All
them.
right.
Has all kinds of, speaking of Scott, this is something we agreed on. We were talking about, has a little bit of some heroes from Bowie. Action. Yeah, it's got a little bit there. Some of that really cool Trey tone at the end kind of gives some really big heroes vibe.
Do you know which pedal it is? Did you watch that video when he explained every pedal? Can you isolate things now after watching that?
Of course not. No, of
Thank
course
you.
not. He's
Thank
still
you.
speaking complete and utter,
What you got, Chad?
Yes.
I was gonna say, why would you want to explain what pedals Trey's using? Like, who cares?
Well, he did. He did this video at Shoreline explaining what each pedal did, and it was so neat to listen to and try to extrapolate that onto the live set.
Kev cares.
Kev cares.
No, okay, fine. No, I get that.
Yeah, it can be fascinating. I think it's kind of interesting.
Are you?
I don't understand.
I'm sorry.
It,
let me rephrase it in a less prerogative way. Do you guys care?
Yes, I think it'd be cool to be like, oh yeah, I like the fuzz pedal when he uses that thing. Like, I don't have the ear for it, but it would be cool if I did.
I felt forever it was Paige making certain sounds, and it turns out it was Trey doing loops and effect, and I'm running it through this pedal and this one, and
yes. And there was all kinds of those new sounds in this Golden Age. They had clearly been practicing it had practiced it in this it had 16 show gap. So like at some point they had laid it down because the vocals hit. We got some Feel Yourself Trey vocals that were amazing. It's just a lot. It's a really
Can you demonstrate Feel Yourself vocals?
Yeah, sing some for us.
On this one, what did he do? He did some
ooh.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It's heartbeat sounding, ricocheting in that cage. So to lose my balance, the ground bouncing, swaying, all this violence, saying all this way. Yeah, so things like, I mean, just kind of like really, giving some intonation to it, not just like, honestly, it's his familiarity with the song that helps.
Did he blow the lyric?
There's one little moment, on like my
one little moment is the difference between a gold medal and a bronze medal.
Oh geez, whatever. Well, that's why I got a 4 out of 5. It's no Vegas Golden Age. It's no.
Is that the gold standard? Is that the gold medal winner?
But it's not a Hershey Golden Age either, which this latest Golden Age before it was like a 7
Which is the guy who didn't even get a flight home because he came in so far down.
Oh wow. Yeah, exactly.
Fam, I want you to say it one more time. Fam, I want you to say it one more time. Would you rather TV on the radio or PHiSH Golden Age? If you're live in concert, what would you rather?
TV on the radio.
Yeah, that's fair. That's totally fair.
I mean, here's the deal. It'll be a 4-minute song, but it'll be played. And I love the Golden Age. It means everything to me that PHiSH plays it, but they don't play it right. I mean, they play the PHiSH they play the PHiSH version of it, which they should, and that's all they can play. They are PHiSH, you know, and that's what they should do. It would almost in some ways be very weird and maybe even in some ways offensive if they did it exactly like that, you know, TV on the radio did it. Not offensive, but just, I mean, I don't know. It would be strange and impossible for them in some ways to totally emulate it. So, but no, for me, the real Golden Age is the TV on the radio one. Still,
I'm that way with "Roses Are Free" by Ween because I feel like I'm a huge Ween fan, and if they bust out "Roses Are Free" in a show, I'm like. And this is way before PHiSH ever covered that song. I'm sure you're the same way, fam, with Golden Age, with TV on the radio. But like Roses Are Free, I'm like, my band covered that before PHiSH covered that. We were like, I'm like, let's go. You know,
that's a favorite song.
You know what I want to hear? You know what I want to hear is "Roses Are Free" into "Eyes of the World." That would be a huge fucking.
Well, we had been talking about that "Roses Are Free" might be shelved. You know, we don't know. I mean, it hasn't been.
Oh, it's done. It'll show up in 2023.
2023 is Kev's call for
mark your calendars. Kev's making another bullshit
Roses
prediction.
Are Free.
I don't care. I don't want PHiSH to ever play that song again. I don't. I don't care. I don't care. Golden Age, I'm different about. Sorry, Golden Age, I'm different about. Like, I want Golden Age at like my next show, but I don't need PHiSH to cover Ween.
Right. Guess what?
What's up?
This conversation just got numbered line because that's what they did in the set.
Number line. We just got number line.
Llama's like, this isn't any fun for me. I'm out of here.
No, we actually
but that was too good of a segue, man.
I am a fan of Numberline, and I will defend the AC Numberline till the end of the earth because they fucking played Fluffhead before it.
Yes. So I will defend.
What's up, Chad?
I will defend Numberline in the fact that Tom Marshall is a friend of the show, and it got Trey out of that.
It single-handedly saved PHiSH.
It's a good song. I enjoy it.
It's Save PHiSH, and Tom's a friend of the show, so I will always defer to Numberline, always.
And one thing in this particular Numberline, it goes back to, and this is something that's kind of not been there recently. That was a big thing in the summer. Our guy Trey talks. He called it the summer of sustain. Right, that they were having those, Trey had those long sustained notes. This number line maybe has like the longest one yet of 4.0 of this like sustained note for like, it goes almost, feels like 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes of just, it's just so perfect.
What do you think he's thinking when that goes on? Or do you think his mind's just blank? Like that other song says.
What do you think he might be thinking, Kev? Like maybe what?
Yeah,
I don't think he's thinking of anything. I think he's completely like with Nirvana. He's thinking about nothing. I think that's he's found the Zen Buddhism Nirvana state. When he does that sustain note, he lets go. He's one with the universe. The energy is going out.
Chalk another one up for this being a cult. We'll just clip that 30-second little clip there, and we'll go ahead and send that into Cults Are Us, and we will definitely get our cult card for that little bit of 30 seconds.
It's like the spinners at the Grateful Dead concerts who said they could spin and they'd see God, and Jerry's guitar.
Of course, right? No, but I think you're into all seriousness, you're right. I do think it's like his happy place. It really is, and I think those like long sustained notes, especially back in 1.0, that was such a thing. And then like it kind of just wasn't a thing for so long. And like now I think he just remembers it again, that it used to be a cool thing he did, and it's just like putting back on a bike, putting back on a bike.
What do
That's
you
the
say,
thing.
Llama? Where are you at with Numberline Llama? Because
He's a 3.0 guy. We know that.
I like that. Yeah, I like Numberline, man. It's a good song.
have
I
you
mean,
caught
But
one?
I also have a hot take here that I want to get.
Oh,
Oh shit!
strap in,
I'm-
kids.
If I'm at a show where I'm going 2 nights in a row, like this Oregon run, I will take a Driftway or Sleeping encore if it guarantees me a Wilson Santos encore the next night, like that type of encore.
Oh, gotcha.
Because that was a great way to end the show.
That shit's en fuego.
But I'll just say
I
this.
say whatever I
Go
want,
ahead,
Kev. I like the Who.
Exactly. Normal. He's got normal takes. He also likes the
Wilson
Wonka, I'm sure, as well.
Yeah.
Like a normal human.
Anyways, yes, what were you saying about the Wilson, Chad?
Wilson Santos encore is to get on with your guys. You guys have had this encore conversation for 2 nights now. If you're going to encore with Wilson and Santos. Santos and Wilson are both amazing encore songs. So bring it. End my show always with Wilson and Santos. Yes.
I was gonna say I got a surprise visit.
Hey,
Hey,
I'm in the venue this time. So how's it going, everybody?
nice.
going
Going
well.
good.
How's it going? Let me turn this volume up. Put you guys in like full speaker. How's the show been? What's going on out there?
Did
Pretty
they have any
good,
good
pretty
beer?
good.
Skoy, did they have good beer in the venue?
You know, it's some random crazy shit happened, and I am currently in the VIP lounge drinking. I'm going to get them. I'll be back. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's just say some crazy awesome stuff has happened, and in the VIP lounge, White Claws are $16 fucking.
Oh,
Damn.
But I'm drinking one anyways.
he's
So,
Roddy
I want to pay. Hold on. I want to start a Venmo. And I want to pay by our ex-Wody $16 White Claw. Like, who's in for $2 a piece? We need to get people in. Comment in the chat.
I'll take him. I'm gonna be curious
What's your
to
Venmo?
see if my Venmo is at I said all night.
Oh, you said all night, and I'm trying to prove it.
So I'm gonna be curious if these things are cheaper in the non-VIP lounge. Stay tuned for that report. But 16
VIPs got free stuff. I didn't think they got $16 White Claws.
again, some very strange things happened. I don't even know how I got back here necessarily. So let's just put it that right now.
I want to buy you. I want the group chat to buy the ex-Wody a White Claw.
Somebody buy that man a beer. That's right. Buy him a White Claw.
At I said all night. At I said all night. But you're not with that. Regardless, guys, it's good to see you. Where's Tim?
All right.
He's
got
got
a night
out
off.
with his wife or something.
All right, fair
He's a
enough.
normal human being.
None of your fucking business. Enjoy the show.
Yeah, jeez. $16 White Claws,
Alright.
$40 balloons.
Enjoy the
What
show.
in the world is going
Enjoy
on?
that tweezer. Enjoy the tweezer.
I know. I actually wore Monkey
You're
Super
getting
tonight, but
tweezered.
Oh, there you go.
You're getting tweezered and mound. You're getting mound.
I'm totally down. I am totally
Gotta
down. with all
pound the
this.
mound.
All right.
It's an interesting scene out here. The lot was a little weird. I'd say a little grimier than some of the other lots I've seen over the year, but you know, the vibe is high and people are still really nice. But yeah, the lot was a little weird. There's some sketchies walking around tonight out there. If whoever's watching this, if you're paying attention for some reason because you're here or whatever, do not get anything from anyone out on that fucking lot. That's all I gotta say.
All
People
right.
are fucking weird. So I love you guys. Enjoy the
Love
show.
you, man.
Always good to see you.
Love you, Scott.
All right.
Be careful, have fun.
Bye.
You know, there was a reason we made him
Hey, whose
Waddy. Am I right?
connection?
Whose connection was
Whose
horrible?
connection is worse? Me or Skoy?
Ooh.
Oh, I don't want to
that's
go
a
there,
tie.
Chad. I don't want to go there.
No, Skoy's is
No,
still
go there. I need to know.
No.
Worse
Yours
than
was a
mine.
when we came
All
back from him being off, yours was rougher than it was been through the rest of the show. So I don't know if having the fifth person one slowed you down.
The fifth person always slows me down, and Kev, I'm looking at you.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right. So we got 5 minutes left. So I want to hear everybody's call for opener for tonight.
Mike's song.
I already put it up there. Yes. For me, it's Rise Come Together.
Right. All right.
To
Chad.
open?
Yes.
You're gonna open with it?
Yes. It
Like a
opens. It's opened
motherfucker.
before.
You know what? It feels cheap, but I'm gonna go Tweezer.
Oh my
Alright.
god, that's not cheap at all. That's fucking brilliant, man. It's fucking
Tweezer opener.
It's not brilliant either. It's cheap. It's cheap.
no, it's
I
brilliant.
mean, it's like it feels like
If they open with Tweezer, they're
it
gonna
could happen.
they're gonna rip Arizona in half if they open with Tweezer. The woos will be so loud you'll hear them in Wisconsin.
It's gonna rip it up more than even Kristen Cinema can. So
You're gonna finish back in that Grand Canyon.
Whoa, fam with the fam. Let's go, fam, right now. Kristen Cinema voting for her primary opponent. No, we're not doing that. Never mind.
yeah,
Not
probably
this show.
should.
Different show. Not this
Yeah.
show.
Llama,
Different
what do you?
show.
Yeah. Llama, what do you choose?
What do you got, Llama?
Meat stick.
For an opener, I'm gonna go.
I would love to if it was meat stick. I would
Yeah.
love meat
Meat
stick.
stick would be a good one.
Or mound. I would love mound too, but I've already called Tweezer. Tweezer open.
Pound the mound,
Alright.
pound the mound.
I'm gonna go.
Mound. Take
I
mound.
don't know.
Take mound.
Say
Yeah,
llama,
every-
say
Take
llama.
mound. Take
Llama would be a
mound.
good one. I'm gonna go with llama.
Llama! Yes, that's what we call. Yes.
That's
Call
fucking
llama.
huge balls. Fucking call your
Wait,
name.
hold on.
Call
Do
your
we
name.
force him into slow or fast?
No, we do not. Because any
No,
llama
it's
at
just
this
llama?
point is gonna
Any llama.
any
Any
llama will
llama.
fucking rock. And that's the rules in bingo, apparently. You don't have to call fast or slow llama, but you have to call curtain or curtain width, are what the rules are.
Well, that makes no sense.
That sound like Canadian rules to me.
They are Canadian rules, I believe.
It's like
Yeah.
That's like,
it's like
that's
counting
like when you
down.
go play
it's like
Monopoly at somebody
counting-
else's house. It's like counting.
It's like counting. I think we froze. We need to a screenshot.
Yeah, I froze. I'm sorry. I was just saying that's like counting down with disease, not finished, or Reba without whistling. Like it's done. Like it's fine. We don't need slow llama or like any llama wins right now. So I'm with
There's
you.
funky llama too. Then you'd have three choices. Because I think funky and slow are different, aren't they?
No.
No.
There's just
So
a
we
funk
got
on-
we got llama, tweezer. I'm trying to do the pointing thing again. What did you call it, Kevin?
Mike's song.
Mike's and Fammer. You got
Rise Come Together.
Rise.
Just so people are pissed off.
Did we explain that live, or did you explain it to us before we came on why you picked that?
Yeah, it's Phoenix.
yeah.
Phoenix.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, Phoenix rises. The Phoenix is like that's what it's named for. Is for, of course, the mythical bird, the Phoenix.
And probably the greatest X-Man character of all was Phoenix.
All right, and on that note, we're going to end this before it goes into
Yeah.
Marvel talk.
No Marvel
'cause that's
talk.
not
That's
happening
for
on
Panels
my
and Frames. Another show on Wook Plus that you can
Panels
like
and
and
frames,
subscribe.
That's right. And
Yeah.
make sure, everybody, make sure hit that fucking like button, smash the subscribe button, and merch at /.
Yeah. What he said.
We love you, Llama.
Yes. Yes. Thank
Have
you
a good
guys.
show,
Enjoy the
everyone.
show.
Yay.